Hi everybody, Jillian here. Welcome back to my channel for a new Heritage Scrapbook process video. Today I'm going to be using mostly the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection to scrapbook a black and white 4x6 photo of my grandmother and her family. It's her parents and her brothers and sisters, and it has all but one of her brothers in there. I think he was in my great-grandmother's belly at that point, but that's the only photo that I have available to me currently of all of them. So I'm just showing you the thickers options that I had pulled there, and then I have two sticker sheets, one from the Bloom collection, the other from the Shine collection, and I'm going to pull some things from there for this layout. Now, I didn't pull a lot of pattern papers because I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to do going into this. I knew I wanted to use this black and white gingham paper. This is one of my favorite patterns ever. I mean, I love gingham. Just ask my husband. I'm constantly like pushing him towards the gingham shirts when we go shopping for him. So what I'm doing here is just kind of figuring out which piece of pattern paper I want to use as the rest of the 2/3 for the background paper. Now, I wanted the black gingham to take up about 1/3 of the page, but I accidentally cut only a 3-inch portion of paper instead of 4 inches, and so I could not go back to the scrap I have and get like a larger block, so I'm just going to have to work around it. And I think I came up with a pretty good solution. Instead of using the aqua fringe paper there, I'm just going to go ahead and use this black and white polka dot, and then because it's so neutral, I'm going to use this beautiful, colorful, scalloped piece of pattern paper and use that to mat the photo. I wanted to include not too much pink in there since my great-grandfather and my great-uncle are off to the right, and didn't want pink like right next to their face necessarily. So I cut a very, very thin mat for the photo, as you can see, and it actually it's not as bright as I would have wanted it, so I'm going to have to go back. Now, I'm indicating there that I want to pull some stickers from this sheet and put them over the join of the two pattern papers. So what I typically do is I pull out a piece of wax paper and then I just start taking things from the sticker sheet, things that I think I might want to use so that I don't forget and then I don't have to have this huge sticker sheet on my desk. So I'm just going to cut some things apart and set them aside so that I don't forget that I want to use them. Okay, so now I have those selected, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing things down. This layout came together really quickly. The actual, like making it, I think took maybe 25 minutes, and here I'm realizing that I want to bring in some more color, so I double mat the photo with some more of this pattern paper, and I make the second one a little larger, and I take it from a different spot, so there's some different color there, and I really like the way that that looks. And then next I'm going to go ahead and figure out which thickers I want to use, and I think I'm going to go with the gold ones. These are from the We Are Memory Keepers Crush collection. I will list the font name in the description below. And I'm just simply going to spell out their last name, Amundson. This family is Norwegian, and they were all born in the US, but my great-grandfather is Norwegian, and so I'm going to put the journaling under the title there, under their name. And then I'm pointing there to indicate that my grandmother is on the left side of the photo, so I kind of want to draw the attention that way. So I'm going to put this huge yellow flower there and just to kind of draw your eye over there. And then I'm basically just going to be layering stickers along the join of these two papers to kind of make up for the fact that I cut it a little short. And then I'm taking some foam adhesive and I'm placing it under the top of this sticker, underneath the bud, and just so that it has a little more dimension. And then I'm just going to use these flag stickers and layer them up just to have something interesting here going along next to the photos and to bring some more color in. Now these banners have holes in them, so I took my tweezers and I got the hole out of the middle so that I could put some embroidery floss through there. I just wanted to bring a little more interest to the right side since I had a lot going on the left. I wanted to just kind of balance out that huge bloom that was over there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get my thickers down, and even though I had them on wax paper, I didn't put them down exactly where I wanted them, so I'm shifting them over so that it's kind of centered underneath the photo. And I will go back off camera and reinforce those, since those are no doubt going to come off in like 6 months and find them. I'm going to find them like pooled at the bottom of the page protector. Next, what I'm going to do is use these gold Dear Lizzy tile stickers. Fun fact, I think these were one of the first scrapbooking products I had ever purchased from Two Peas in a Bucket years ago, and I'm putting the date to the right of the photo. Now, after I did some research, I realized that this was not 1950. I always forget that my grandmother was born in the 30s and not the 40s, so this photo is actually from about 1943. I confirmed with my aunt instead of 1950, so I am going to go back and change that. And so now I'm going to get started on my journaling, and for this I made a phone call to my aunt, and you know, like last week when I did the Spocky family photo, I gleaned information from the US Census and the records that I could find on FamilySearch.org and things like that. Now, this family is younger. My grandmother, she would have been 80 this year, and there isn't as much information publicly available because they release records, you know, only so far back. So I couldn't use census records like I did last week, and I made a phone call to my aunt. So actually, the phone call lasted longer than it took me to make this page, and I just got some really good information from her. So the journaling reads, I'm just identifying everybody in the picture left to right, and then it says, Melvin and Evelyn married in 1931 in South Dakota and moved to Hollandale, Florida. Melvin worked as a tomato farmer and Evelyn raised their 7 children. Melvin was also a town councilman for Hollandale. They both loved plants. Granny worked with her potted plants and Papa his yard plants. They attended Bethlehem Lutheran Church. Papa's younger brother Clarence also lived with them as he was unable to care for himself after contracting measles as a 4-year-old. They moved from Hollandale to Dania near the beach and then to Port Orange when Dania they felt became less safe and friendly. And that's it. That's pretty much all I'm saying about this family. I got a lot more information from my aunt, and I'm saving some things that are you know, unique to each one of them for their individual pages, and then information that's unique to their marriage for their couples page. So for this album, that's kind of how I realized I'm breaking it down. I have a page for each family photo, and then I have a page for each person in the family tree. And then I have a page for each couple. So it's just a fun, like, way to look at the photos. It's just this amazing kind of like evolution that you see throughout the Heritage Scrapbook, and it's one of the things that I love about doing this. So anyway, that's it. Here's a look at the final layout and a couple close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your International Scrapbooking Day and that you guys have great crafting plans, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday for a new Bible journaling entry, and then come back next Saturday for a new Heritage process video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.